Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to what's the name of this podcast?
There's Hope for Nerds,
Oh, There's Hope for Nerds, episode 2.
episode 2.
We start with an obligatory notice to all the naysayers and haters out there who said that we would never get this far. Well, you know what? Here we are.
Here we are, fully modernized. We made 1 cent.
We made exactly 1 penny from our last video.
Yeah. So,
Which is
thank you
exactly
very
1
much for
penny
the
more than I
support.
expected.
Yes.
And yeah, thank you for your support.
So it's the first day of the year. How's your 2017 going?
Today is the second. We're recording this
Yeah,
1 a.m.
at 1
Monday.
in the morning.
So.
Because look, here's the thing: we were planning on doing the podcast on Fridays so we can release them on Monday morning, but both of us are probably the biggest procrastinators on earth.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
we're
exactly.
literally recording this at Monday 1 in the morning.
No. And that's because we floated the idea of just doing this Monday afternoon as well.
Yeah.
So. Okay, so first day of the year, I'd say it was pretty normal. I didn't do anything special. How about you?
I spent all day watching YouTube videos.
Nice.
Yeah.
So here's the thing with New Year's. New Year's, invariably, it spawns a whole section of New Year's resolutions.
Yeah.
And I was wondering if you have any for this upcoming year.
I did have. I had one, but I kind of gave up on it already.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
It only took you 24 hours.
Not even. I gave it up before the year started because, like maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, I decided that I wanted to make web comics. Okay.
Okay.
Once a week. I was like, I'm gonna do one webcomic a week until the end of the year. By the end of the year, I'm just gonna put them all together and put them on my website as in like a work thing, like part of my portfolio.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, but I'm not quite in the like pace for webcomics because I haven't drawn any comics ever since I left high school. And 3 weeks ago, I decided to warm up so I'd be ready to go
Okay.
when the year started. So I drew one comic that had absolutely no dialogue whatsoever because I couldn't come up
Okay.
with a story. And then I came up with a story about this guy that gets in a car accident and he has to call a tow truck. And he's
Okay.
like, hey Siri, call me a tow truck. And then this big truck in the shape of a toe, as in like your big toe, as in your
Okay.
feet, just comes by and he's like, hi, somebody finally call it. And then the guy is like, oh damn it, Siri. And that's the idea I had. And I started drawing it and I gave it up like halfway
Oh
through
my
painting
god.
it.
Oh my god. So pretty
And,
much you based your comic on a terrible pun.
Yes, but I couldn't like think of anything that is more me for my first comic. And I can actually I was doing it on an app on the iPad that like kind of records the painting, and I can actually put it right now like this speed draw of me doing the comic. So yeah,
Oh,
you
okay.
can
Yeah,
like
cool.
look that up on the video.
Okay, but what happened? Like you just decided you weren't going to do it anymore, or
Um
did you realize that your
It-
taste in jokes is actually
yeah,
completely awful?
I actually I did, and I realized that I just don't have time for that, and I'm too lazy. I just rather spend all day watching YouTube videos and Let's Plays.
Yes. There's already so much good content out there, right?
I know.
Um,
And like, let's
But,
let's
you
be
know-
honest. Look, I have a full-time job, plus I do freelancing work at nights, plus I'm in a committed relationship,
plus, you have this podcast.
Overwatch, plus this podcast.
Plus, you lack the talent to actually get a comic strip up and running once a week.
Plus, I have 0 time management skills. So yeah.
Plus, your jokes suck, and they would all be puns, and you'd be the only person who thought your
Yeah.
comics were funny.
Yeah.
You and maybe Michelle.
And maybe you, because you kind of chuckled at how stupid my comic was.
I absolutely appreciate a horrible joke. Okay,
Yeah,
you gotta respect it.
I was aiming
A
at
joke
the
either has
niche.
to be great or awful. You just don't want one in the middle.
And I know that I suck at humor, so I'll just aim for the worst jokes I can muster.
Nice. Well, I think it's a good thing that you got your New Year's resolution out of the way really quick.
Yeah.
You failed it as fast as you possibly could, which also it feels good because now you have more time to mourn the lack of, you know, your lack of planning ability or whatever, and you can move on with your life and being exactly who you were last year.
I know. And you know what else? You know what I did last week?
What?
Literally last week. I froze my gym membership.
You
Like,
froze it,
yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
so
So,
you won't be going to the gym.
nope.
Oh, nice.
That's like the opposite of what everyone is doing. And the lady was like, "Wait, you want to freeze your gym membership?" Like,
Just
yeah,
confused.
yeah. She was like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, I do." Like, but it's the new year. Everybody's like unfreezing their memberships now. I'm like, yeah, but it's too cold in the morning. She's like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, yeah. So my New Year's resolution actually, super cliched, has to do with going to the gym. Um, I totally stopped working out this year, so I want to start working
Yeah,
out. But
like you,
again,
you can see, you can tell that you stopped.
oh, oh, Lucas, you just crushed me, crushed my soul right there. But no, like, the time thing is a really big problem, and so it's like I can't go to the gym like I used to, and
Mm.
so it's just what can I do that's efficient but still gives me a good workout? And recently I realized that I could do swimming because if you swim for, have you ever swum for like half an hour?
Dude, I have a gym bag behind me right now with like swimming gear. I love swimming.
Oh man, yeah, it's excellent and it
I
kills
know.
you. Like it gets you so tired
Yeah,
so fast.
it's so
Um,
great.
so I want to swim at least twice a week. And I play basketball a couple of days a week, so that would get me up to like 3 or 4 days a
For
week, which
for
is
for a month, you know, the month that Michelle was away, I
yeah,
swam for an hour every day, every single
wow,
day.
an hour, good
An
for
hour,
you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, too bad we live so far apart. We could be like swimming buddies.
Ah man, we could be swimming
Yeah, we
buddies,
could have
pool
like
buddies.
matching speedos and everything.
Are you a speedo guy?
Not speedos. I mean, there are speedos, but they're like the shorts, you know, that take over like
Oh,
all your legs.
okay, okay, okay,
Because
okay, okay,
I
okay.
can't like I'm sorry, I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, and I probably shouldn't be exposing myself like this on the internet. But I can't swim with trunks. Like I can't, like I swim all my
Oh,
life. I used to do competitions and all that stuff, and I just feel like I'm gonna get naked. Like as soon as I jump off the thing, I would just feel naked.
so you got to get the tight ones,
I had to
the
get the tight
tighties.
ones, otherwise I'm just
Okay, I
swimming with
can.
a parachute.
Of course,
Yeah,
you gotta speed over dignity, right?
I know. And I used to go at like 5 in the morning, so it was me and a Korean dude with
Who also wore speedos.
with the Korean flag on it.
Oh,
So
excellent! That's amazing.
yeah, and he was actually wearing like the tiny ones, like that look
Oh, yeah,
like the Breaking Bad, you know, the
yeah.
classic like
Well,
white underwear.
so our viewers aren't scandalized by your lack of decency.
Yeah,
We should just point out that things in Brazil are a little bit different. I think speedos in Brazil
but I
are
don't I
very,
don't
very
wear
common.
speedos to the beach or to the pool, only for swimming.
Oh, oh, okay.
Like
Just
I
for
never did,
just for competitive reasons.
even though it's widely accepted there. I
Yeah,
never did that.
yeah. Personally, I'm more of a short shorts kind of guy.
Like
Like to
even
wear the
swimming,
nice. Oh yeah, swimming. I swim in. Well, I have like these really short swimming trunks.
booty
That's what I like
shorts.
to use. Yeah, they're pretty much booty shorts for the pool. Yeah,
Mm,
yeah, Yeah, dude, you're at the pool. You're at the beach. It's hot weather. You want to expose as much as yourself as possible.
dude.
That's my.
Like,
You
have
know.
you ever tried speedos on?
No, no.
That's
Oh,
why.
well, here's
That's
the
why.
thing. I did wear speedos when I was like 5.
No, that doesn't
You
count.
know.
Like to swim, because when you do that, you just feel like a fish. It's
Mm,
like, okay,
hmm.
next time you come over, here's what you're gonna do. We're gonna
No,
lend
no,
you
it's
my
not gonna happen.
speedos, okay?
No, it's not gonna happen.
I
Thanks.
don't think you can fit on my speedos if you tried.
Oh, what waist size are you?
Oh, I
Let's
know.
get this out.
Like,
The whole world is
I
dying to
think I'm
know.
30,
30?
32. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm a bit thicker than you. I'm in the 33, 34 range.
yeah. I'm
So.
between 30 to 32. You're bigger than me. You're taller than me.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, it's not surprising.
Yeah.
Taller and fatter. I think we can
I
say
don't
that.
think you're fatter.
I'm fatter than you,
I
definitely.
don't think so.
Listen, take a guess at how much I weigh in pounds.
180 pounds.
Oh, that's pretty good.
I know.
Yeah, I'm in like 185,
You know how much
190,
I
around there.
weigh in pounds?
I'd say 155.
160 currently.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. But
See?
actually, I don't know if it's current
Experts.
because I gained 5 pounds when I was actually working out. So
Oh my
that's
gosh, you're
fine.
so fat.
No, I get pure muscle, just
That's
muscle
gross.
mass.
That's gross. Michelle must be so disappointed.
Yeah, she
Here's you
is.
getting married soon and you're just putting on weight. You
I know.
jerk.
I'm just.
No
I
respect
don't care anymore.
for your matrimony.
You know what I had for dinner tonight?
Let me guess. Ice cream?
No, just straight up mayonnaise
Oh, oh man.
and butter.
Have some respect.
Yeah.
Well, this is good. This is going to be public. Michelle's going to listen to this. Once again, I just want to point out that we're using aliases.
Oh
Michelle is
yes.
an alias,
Yeah.
so any names cannot be traced back to us here. It's all
You
fake.
shouldn't even try it because they're so like random and such great aliases that you
Yeah,
won't find
yeah.
anything. Yeah.
You will never, yeah, never.
Never
But back to our New Year's conversation. What do you do during the New Year's Eve, celebration time there at night? What do you usually do?
Um, Here's the thing. I moved here 4 years ago, right? So
Okay.
we we're not here long enough to establish a tradition, and I don't have a lot of family here. So last year, last year that is, not yesterday, I literally slept through it. I
Okay.
went to bed at 11 and I just
Okay. I
slept
think
through
on
it.
the spectrum of futility, that's definitely on the futile side. Congratulations. You wasted a perfectly nice holiday.
I know. Then again,
But I will tell
I
you
slept through it.
that sleeping through it is better than one thing, okay?
Huh.
Have you ever turned your TV on to the local channel during,
Oh, I did it yesterday.
they do that like New York thing, the ball drop?
Yes.
That thing is
And
awful.
you know what's worse?
What?
The I think I can say that Michelle's family is Hispanic, right?
Okay, of course.
So we watched Univision yesterday, like this
What?
Hispanic version of that.
And so do they stream the stuff that's going on in New York?
Yes, they do. But
Oh
instead of
my
having
gosh.
the cool like center stage, they have a side stage because they're not as like popular.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
it's pretty funny. And like
But listen, like, go ahead.
they watch that every year, I guess, because it was a pretty big thing. They turn it on
It's
like a minute
awful.
before and they watch the countdown. And
Oh
her
man.
12-year-old sister wanted to like start counting down from 50 seconds. She's like 50, 49. I was like,
That's excellent.
please don't.
Oh man.
And I pointed out like, why are they not on the main stage? And they were just like, oh, I never actually
Oh,
realized that.
why did you say
I'm
that?
sorry, I
Because
just
you
talk
could
so
have just
much.
left them blissfully like ignorant.
I know.
You didn't have to point that out.
Yeah.
But anyways, I think that thing is like literally the worst thing ever. It's the most boring, futile, boring
It is.
thing ever.
It it
It's
it,
unbelievable.
it take like in Brazil we used to wait for the fireworks.
Yeah.
We're like 4, 5, 4, and like the sky blows up because there are
Yeah, the
no
sky explodes. Yeah.
regulations there, so any like random person can just like throw like a rocket up to the sky and it's amazing.
Right.
But here, no, we're just like,
Yeah, it's so stupid. And then the ball drops at like half a mile an hour. It's
yeah.
ridiculous.
Like by the
Ugh.
time the ball actually reaches, like the
Yeah.
crowd, it's already like
Yeah, and there's so much
2018.
hype. There's
Dude,
so
and
much
it's
hype.
so packed. It's
Yeah.
so packed. I live right
Yeah.
next to Manhattan, right? I could
Of
just
course.
hop on a
Yeah.
train and get there. But I would never do that. I would
Ridiculous. It's
never
ridiculous. And
do
there's so
that.
much hype, it invariably lets you down every single time. Even the hosts can't hide
That
how
it's
bored they are.
and it's
You
very
know?
to me. It's like because I'm an outsider, right? I don't have this tradition. It's not that cool for me. So it's something that everybody, like I think everybody has done it, and everybody was taught that was cool.
What? What
The
is?
ball dropping.
Oh, the ball dropping's stupid.
I know, but everybody wants to see
Expects it.
it,
Yeah, yeah,
and they're like,
yeah.
"Oh, we're gonna watch the ball drop," but
Yeah.
secretly, I don't think anyone actually likes it.
Yeah, but here's the thing. It's like I'm always curious about this. It's like, you watch TV and then CBS is like, NCIS is the number one rated TV show, and I'm just
Oh,
like, who the hell watches that? You know, like there's
like
nobody watches that. That's just a
the
lie.
the producer's mom rated
Yeah,
that.
that's ridiculous. That's stupid. Nobody watches that. So I think it's the same thing with the ball drop. You know, it's like a bunch of people who leave it in the background. They don't actually pay attention to it, but it gets a bajillion views because it's in the background of everyone's TVs in the United States, and
Yeah,
therefore, you know, they keep doing it again next year. You know?
yeah, and like that there's a like that argument that is, oh, it must be good if everyone is watching it. It has to be good, right?
Yeah, right, right. Yeah, which is like a lie.
It is.
Um, but the thing that I also think is interesting, you're coming from Brazil, and like the end of your festivities in Brazil are completely different because we're talking about the southern hemisphere,
Mm-hmm.
so everything's super hot, right?
Yep.
So like Christmas, it's like there's no such thing as like
A white Christmas, especially
yeah,
in
white
Salvador,
Christmas.
where everybody's
Yeah,
black. Haha.
it's
Get
like
it?
straight up like coconuts. No, what did you say? I missed that.
Especially in Salvador, because everybody's black, so we don't actually have a white
Oh,
Christmas.
doo-doo. Maybe you can make a comic strip out of
Yeah,
that.
comic strip material.
But yeah, so it's like a completely different experience, right? You guys do like beach stuff or whatever.
Um, and in Spain, there's this tradition where you have to eat 12 grapes at midnight. Yeah,
Okay.
I know. But in Salvador, you have to jump through, I think, 7 waves in the beach. Not the big
Oh,
ones, but
that's nice.
like at this, like the very end of the waves where they're like tiny and they're like just flowing puddles.
Yeah, they're just trickling in.
Yeah, those tiny ones there, you have to jump.
Yeah. So is it like the entire city goes to the beach? Is the beach must be like super packed, right?
If you think that 90% of Brazil is on a beach, like all the the whatchamacallit, like the seaside part of it, it's really long. So no, not everybody goes, but everybody's actually on the
Well,
beach
yeah.
at all times.
Obviously, Brazil has inland areas, but I meant like you lived in the coastal area, so.
Yeah. But I never actually went to the beach at New Year's. You usually, yeah, I
Oh,
never did that.
right.
No.
No, your family like hated the beach, right? Isn't that a thing
Hmm?
for you guys?
What?
You guys like hated the beach, right?
Oh yeah. We we as a family never went to the beach
Yeah, you guys are the
in
worst, pretty
Salvador
much. You guys are horrible human beings. I don't even know why I'm talking to you right now.
because you have no other friends, Ben. That's why.
Oh, jeez. New Year's resolution: make new friends.
Make new friends. Scratch it
Find new
off.
pod.
Failed.
I can scratch that off right now. Find new podcast host, co-host.
Co-host. Yeah. Okay, so I do have a question for you now that I was thinking this week about parenting, right? But
Parenting.
yes,
Mm.
not at
Wait a second. Wait a second. Let me just say something here for our listeners.
mm,
Lucas, getting married very soon.
yeah.
Already thinking about those next steps, that come after marriage. If you're a kid and you don't know how babies are made, maybe this is a time for you to talk to your parents about
Yeah.
it. But Lucas is in a long-term relationship, and I think it's perfectly normal for you to start thinking about those next steps, man.
Okay, Ben. No, if you guys are wondering how I came to think of this, my coworker
Michelle,
has kids.
Michelle, you're probably listening to this, okay? Okay,
My
I'll stop here.
coworker
Go
has
ahead.
kids, and he was talking about his son that he was watching too much TV, and he decided to put a time limit. He was like he can only watch 30 minutes per day, and the kid is like
Okay.
5, okay?
Okay.
And I thought that was pretty stupid because he has nothing to do all day. He doesn't go to school yet.
Right.
So why can he only watch half an hour TV? And then I came to think of the way I was raised, and throughout most of my childhood and teenage years, I had a limit on TV and computer time. Even when I was
Mm-hmm.
on vacation, I remember one time we were at because we had a beach house there, and I had like my old PS2, and we had this tiny television. It was an awful television,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like the only thing we could do there is play PlayStation, like when we were not going to the beach, and we could only play an hour a day.
Right.
And I never understood that. Like, why can I only play an hour a day? I have nothing else to do here. I don't have to study
Okay.
or anything. How was that in your house?
No, that same thing existed in my house, the limits. My parents were relatively strict with that. So I don't think it was like half an hour. There were times where they would say an hour a day or whatever, but the rules were very loose.
Mm.
You know, and essentially they would give us like a time limit, but they didn't really reinforce it
Okay.
that much, except when they noticed that, okay, guys, like you guys are freaking out here. But
I
the
haven't seen
question I
Ben for
have is,
2 days. Is he still
yeah,
on the
no, yeah,
computer?
like, but so you wouldn't do that to your hypothetical and very in the near future kids.
Mm-hmm.
You
Uh,
wouldn't do that. You wouldn't give them a cap.
it depends. It really depends. Because something else that my parents did were that they used to put. I was never homeschooled, right? So they
Right.
used to put like time for me to study. So I got back home and I had like a set amount of hours that I had to spend studying, and then on my free time, I had a set amount of hours that I could use the computer or watch television, and that was
Hmm.
directly related to the amount of time, to the grades I was getting. So if I had good grades, I would get more television time, and if I had and computer time, and if I had bad grades, I would get less time.
Hmm.
So it's sort of a punishment, or
Right.
so that
Well,
thing I think I would do that. I would
yeah,
do that thing.
your parents were definitely using some economic principles there, incentivizing incentives and stuff. But here's the thing, right? Um, I don't mind that my parents did that, and I'm probably going to do the same thing with my kids. Here's why. If you give a kid a bag of Skittles, like a huge, one of those like 1 pound bags of Skittles,
Okay.
and you just give it to him,
Yeah.
you know what he's going to do?
Mm.
He's going to eat all the Skittles. He will
Okay.
eat every single one in there. He's not able to like sit down and think like, maybe I shouldn't eat all these Skittles. I'm gonna feel sick later, right? So obviously, I'm not saying that if you watch too much TV, you're gonna get sick. No, but there's an opportunity cost there. Okay, you spend 12 hours watching TV. That's 12 hours you could have spent doing other things. And so I'll tell you from my experience in the summers here, we had a 1 hour limit. And what we used to do is, I remember this very vividly. It was me, Levi, and Sam. We each had an hour.
Hmm.
So we would pool our time together and play for 3 hours together. And we would play RuneScape. We would play RuneScape together for 3 hours, right?
Okay.
And we used to do that during the hottest part of the day. Because during the summer, it's really hot,
Hmm.
right? So we would do that during the hottest part of the day. And then once it cooled off, we ran out of time, video game time.
Hmm.
And so what we did was we would go outside, and we would, you know, have the craziest adventures. And the thing, what I can tell you is that I remember those adventures much more than what I was doing on RuneScape. I remember I played
No,
RuneScape, but I
definitely.
don't remember what I was doing.
No, definitely.
So those, but I can tell you that if my parents had not put that 1 hour cap, I promise you, I would have spent the entire day playing RuneScape because I just wanted to get to level 100 or whatever. I don't even know what the level cap was,
Me neither.
but
But here's the thing. My mom is a dentist, and we could not have candy at all when we were little. Only
it was
sugar-free
an
candy.
illustration. Come on, man. You don't know what
Just listen
metaphor
to
is?
me. Just listen to me. Okay. You know what I had for breakfast today?
Candy?
Bag of Skittles, 1 pound.
Wow.
That's it.
Wow. Michelle, going back to the gaining 5 pounds, dude. Michelle, you need to talk to this guy. You need to this is
No,
ridiculous.
but you know what I'm saying? Like, I think if you put it, if you close it too much, they're gonna do it behind your back, because kids suck. Right? I know I did it. Right?
Kids suck.
I know I did it. I know you did it.
Right.
I know that, like, you played over your hour, huh?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
And I know that now that I can play as much as I want. Sometimes I'll play for 4 hours straight, you know,
Hmm. Hmm.
and I'll feel terrible after it. But
No, you won't. Stop lying.
I will. I will feel
No,
like I will
you
feel like
will
I'll
not.
feel like my ears are gonna be sore because of the headphones. They're gonna be like, oh God, what am I doing? And I'll just like
No, no. Here's the thing, right? You're saying that now. Tomorrow you're gonna wake up. You get the day off from work. You're gonna play Overwatch for like 5 hours straight. We both know that.
gonna drop like 500 points and then be cranky.
Yeah. Yeah. Just get angry.
Just get angry all
Um,
day.
but I don't know. Like, obviously, dude, kids always go behind your back. Okay, but that doesn't mean that you should. Just because they go behind your back, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't have any like limitations.
Yeah, no,
Um,
we definitely need it like a balance.
like that's ridiculous.
You
Uh,
definitely need a balance.
Hmm.
Because then again, that's what you said. If you don't give them a balance, they're just gonna play RuneScape all day,
Yeah,
and
they
they
don't
won't
know,
have
and then they
any
don't.
memories. But then again,
Yeah.
I I I now, as a 22-year-old that was raised with computer games, I see parts of my life that were definitely improved by video games. I'm not talking
Okay,
about
such as.
um, problem solving and how
Okay.
fast I learn things with like computer related things, you know?
Hmm.
And honestly, like I went to college, but I don't feel like I learned anything in college. I all my like computer knowledge, no, because I'm a graphic designer, right? So
Right.
I learned like I was supposed to learn software stuff mainly in school.
Hmm.
But all that stuff I learned by myself when I was like 15 and I was like messing around with Photoshop,
Right.
you know?
Right.
And I wouldn't have had that if I hadn't been like so involved with computers and video games and all that stuff.
Hmm.
And like things like that. So I
No,
think
for
it's
sure.
important, you know?
I think that as a form of entertainment, there's value to it. I think there is things you can learn from it. But I think that the nights that I spent playing kick the can in my neighborhood are more replaceable than the things that I learned playing RuneScape, quite frankly.
Mm.
And so I think there's room for both things. But I'm not going to sit here and try to pretend like it was educational. Um, I do think that it kind of broadens your horizons. I think it makes you aware of. It's all fictional, right?
It
But
is.
it's I don't know, it's fun. I think it's different and it's
But
fun.
like I think it also changes like according to the game you're putting time because I played a lot of WoW and I played so much Dota and
Oh
honestly
gosh,
I
wow.
could have did like I didn't get anything from that like the 5,000 hours I spent on Dota. I,
Yep,
I could have
yep,
erased all of that. But if you put a game
yep.
like The Last of Us or Portal,
Right.
I remember those games clearly, you know?
Yep,
I have those
yep.
memories like clearly they're just fixed in my mind and they were great stories. And still like when I listen to the soundtrack of those games or like Skyrim, you know, like Skyrim is another game that it
Mm-hmm.
just has like such a good story. It's more of a, like an experience and it's just like a big part of our lives, you know? Like it's just
Right.
I don't know.
No, there are definitely. I agree with that. There are definitely a few games that hit that short list for me. The one that comes to my mind is Ocarina of Time.
There you go. Ocarina of Time.
I'm super glad I played that game because, like you said, it's a story. It's a storytelling, and it becomes an experience. That's exactly the right way to put it. But again, like you said, Dota. I played Dota for some time.
No, yeah, like
I
how many hours you put in Ocarina of Time? Like
I didn't put that many.
give me an
Maybe like
estimate. Like
50.
50.
Yeah.
How many hours do you put in Dota?
I think Dota I was probably like 100, I think.
Okay, I'll go ahead and say that that's a lie.
Check it. I could check right
I
now.
am checking your Steam profile right now.
No, 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 no. Stop. I'm gonna do it. Okay?
Okay, you do it then.
Okay? Okay. But go
Uh,
ahead. What were you
I'm
saying?
games most played. All right, I'm looking at yours right now, or your profile.
Screw you, dude. What were you saying? Just go with your thought,
Because
man. Let me do this.
the amount of time that we put in on those games, they're very repetitive and competitive. That's the problem with them. Because they're not giving you.
Oh man, so disappointing.
They're now check my profile.
I spent
No,
254
now
hours
check
on
my
this.
profile.
That's so sad.
Now check my profile,
Oh
dude.
gosh.
So you spent
Let's see if we
255
can.
hours, and I guarantee that the only hours you remember from Dota
Uh,
aren't from Dota itself, or from the experience that you had with me or with Hafa.
uh,
You,
yeah, I can tell you right now what I remember, the most vivid memory I have, and you're not gonna like it, but it's hilarious.
I know what you're gonna remember. Like the
Yeah.
time that you trolled me and Hafa with Rebecca and Anna. So yeah,
Yes, I let my sister play in my place, and I pretended it was me, and it was hilarious because she was awful.
yeah. You're playing NT
Oh
Rage.
man, jeez,
I
Lucas.
know. I could
I'm not even gonna say it
like,
just so
just go
you
ahead
can
and say it. Just say it.
you keep your dignity. He has over 1,400 hours on Dota.
Dota 2 plus the
Yeah,
uncounted hours that I spent playing Dota 1.
on Dota 1. Yeah, actually, if you add the time I spent on League of Legends, this definitely hits 1,000. Well, actually, probably not. Nope, definitely not.
But
Definitely not 1,000.
but
But
my
500
point
something
is
hours.
that those games they don't really they're not an experience. You know, they burn your time. They're not
I
memorable.
agree. Yeah,
But games as
but
Portal or Witcher 3 that I'm playing now, or even like smaller games like Bastion. Like Bastion was such a great game for me.
Yeah,
Those games
but
they give you an experience, or Dishonored or Fallout, or like all those games they give you memories, you know. And those games I think
yeah,
they're important, not games like Dota or even Overwatch now that we're playing a lot of it. And
yeah. But the thing to keep in mind with those games is that they do something, they satisfy an itch that men have. I mean, you mentioned it earlier, and it's that competitive
it is.
itch.
You just want to
It's
be able to stomp
yeah,
people and be like,
you don't
haha,
you
suck it.
exactly you don't get that when you beat a you get a satisfaction from beating a puzzle in
Portal.
Portal, yes, but it's not the same as yeah getting that sick kill or getting ranked and climbing up the ladder
It
and
is.
it's a competitive itch that 99% of guys have. Um, and I mean, I see it in my life a lot. That's why I spend so much time playing sports. I love playing basketball. I love watching sports. And the games that I play to, I want to win. When I play card games, I play to win. When I play video games, I play to win. You know?
Yeah, and I'm not saying that I'm gonna stop playing Overwatch. Not gonna stop playing competitive games. I'm just saying that in 10 years, I'm not gonna remember those games, but I will
That's
remember
true.
um
That's absolutely true.
those other games that I mentioned before. Dude, I have no idea what I did in WoW. You know, like I don't remember that. I remember like the
Mm-hmm.
people I was playing with. I remember the interactions we had. I remember the things we were talking about, but not the game itself. It just blends into like a mix of characters and mess, you know, of stuff. But like all my memories from Dota are from like us playing together, or like the stuff, or Reign of Kings. You know, that was
Oh, Reign of Kings was
another game
hilarious.
that I like. I have a lot of memories from it.
Yeah.
And how many hours did we put on it? Even though it feels like we played it a lot, like I think we played it like what 30 hours
I
tops.
think, yeah, probably like 20. Yeah. I think the
Let's see.
best part of this conversation is that we've lost every single person who doesn't care about video games or technology.
No, because we're talking about yeah. It started like, oh, let's talk about parenting, and now we're like just top 10 best
Yeah, we
games.
just talked about this like one subsection of parenting, which is like limiting your kids' access to screens or whatever.
Yeah, but that was the point of the conversation. Anyway, but we
Wow.
just hit the 34-minute mark, so I'm sorry everybody. We wanted to finish at 30 minutes. So thank you for
I think we're pretty close. 32-ish,
we're
right?
34 right now,
33? 34,
I
yeah.
think.
Mm.
But thank you for listening. We'll see you guys next Monday. Like and subscribe and share and
Yes.
comment what were the best games you played and what are the worst games you played and how that messed up
Parenting
with your
tips.
life. Yeah.
Lucas needs lots of parenting
Please,
tips.
like lots of
He's,
parenting tips.
yes,
What do I feed
yes.
babies?
How many kids are you planning on having? 7?
Yeah, around 7, 8.5.
Yeah.
Or
So, you know,
give or
anything
take.
really, anything helps.
Yeah, I know how many hours babies can sleep, how high they can be dropped. I don't know.
How long do you have to take care of them for? Is it
Yeah.
like a permanent thing, or is it like, you know?
Can I return if I don't like it, or, how do you make babies? Like, explain that to me in the comments.
Can you explain in detail the process?
I don't really
How to
know. I
make
got a
babies?
book when I was 11, and I still don't figure it. Like, I don't understand it. So,
Yeah, I don't really understand.
please comment below.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.